instructions for your course matching assessments that will begin this Friday. Parents, guardians, and students, please be on the lookout for this important email. Thank you for sending us your photos and also posting photos in your new wolf wear. Please keep them coming. We love seeing our newest wolves show their JCHS spirit. We encourage you to follow us on Instagram, and we'll put our Instagram hashtag and name in the chat. If you have more questions, please feel free to use the chat functions. You can also message me directly the questions that come up for you during our information session today, and I will pass them on to the team, and we can address those later in the program during the Q&A section. And now I'll turn it over to Mary Ellen Hunt to share more information about our agenda for this evening.
Hi, thank you so much, Ms. Masha. I always still get a little verklempt when I see everybody. I'm so excited to see you all. So thank you so much for joining us. So I feel like I've gotten to know you a little bit through the Zoom screen, through the Zoom box. But for those who I haven't actually gotten to talk to personally, welcome. It's so great to see you. In a few minutes, you're going to hear from our head of school, Rabbi Howard Jacoby Rubin. And then after that, you'll also hear from our assistant head of school, Mr. Michael Brody. And we also have with us this evening our co-dean of students, Ms. Michelle Matz. And you will most certainly get to know her. She is the dean of the 9th grade class, so you'll certainly get to know her in this next year. Also, thank you for sending in those videos. As Ms. Masha mentioned, we have made them in montage of your intro videos, so you can get to know some of the other folks that are in your class and some of the other new students to JCHS. And then for the conclusion of this Welcome Zoom, we're going to answer some of the questions that you've sent to us. If you have any other questions, please feel free, put them in the chat. We're monitoring the chat, and we'll try to answer anything that comes up. As Ms. Masha mentioned, on Friday, you're going to be receiving more information about how to access your JCHS email address, information about course matching and how you pick your classes. And also, I just want to mention, thank you. So many of you have come to some of our parent association events. It's been really great to see you there, baking challah and participating in those events. We're so happy to include you, and we hope that you'll continue to participate in those. We actually have another special event coming up just tomorrow night. It's part of our Belonging Together series, and hopefully you've received an invitation. Check your email and see if you find it there, or you can contact us if you need more information about it. But we would love to have you come and join us with that. So once again, thank you so much for being here. And oh my gosh, it's so good to see you all. I am now going to turn things over to Rabbi Rubin. Rabbi Rubin, you're unmuted.
There we go. Thanks so much, Mary Ellen, and thank you to you and to Leslie and to Ms. Masha and everybody who works in admissions at JCHS for making this remarkable match between these great households and our school. It's so wonderful to greet all of you and to welcome you to JCHS. I was on a Zoom call today with one of my high school teachers, and we were talking about how the journey of high school, because I graduated from high school quite a while ago, so how the journey of high school continues on and on and on. And I'm so thrilled that we're starting your high school journey here this evening and through the next 4 years. The last year has been astonishingly difficult for a lot of our households and families, so many in our communities and around the world. It's been a very constrained, narrow place. We haven't been able to go out as we would like. We haven't been able to be with people that we love and just have a good time like we used to. We've been very constrained, and it brings to mind the 118th Psalm. It's part of the liturgy on the High Holy Days. It's part of the liturgy for Rosh Hashanah just before we sound the shofar. And when we sound the shofar, we start in a very narrow, at the narrowest spot of the shofar, and the sound comes out of the widest spot of the shofar. And that's exactly the message of the 118th Psalm. We start in a narrow place, and that's challenging. And then we grow to a place of openness, spaciousness. And I hope that that's what your journey will be like. That's what things are already feeling like now at JCHS. Students are back on campus. even at a distance socially and wearing masks, they're able to be with each other. And we're so looking forward to, after this year of lots of constraints and limitations, to having you be on campus and you be part of what an open, spacious, wonderful learning community we are. In that sense, I look so forward to these 4 years together. And some of you I know also are transfer students, so it'll be a little bit less time together. We will treasure all of those opportunities over the time that you're at JCHS. And now, to let you know more about the school, I'm going to invite my partner in all things JCHS, our assistant head of school, Michael Brody, to share some things with you. Michael.
I thank you, Rabbi Rubin. It is really exciting to see all your faces, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing you on campus in the future. In the meantime, I'm going to talk just a little bit about some of the first steps along this journey that we'll all take together. First are about figuring out which classes are the right classes for each of you. Soon you will be getting some information via email about taking course matching assessments. So these are some assessments that we give to make sure our goal is to get you matched with the correct class that is going to optimally challenge you and get you on your path academically through JCHS. There's a lot of information that comes with the course matching assessments, and they're very detailed instructions. So I'm sure you have a lot of questions about how to do it and how much time, please read the instructions carefully. And if you have questions, of course, reach out. But I think when you take a look at them closely, they're pretty self-explanatory. And we'd like to ask you to return them by May 6th at the latest. And that will give us time to look at them. And if we need to come back to some of you to talk in more detail about what the right courses are, we'll do that at that time. Next, about elective classes, there is a space, although we do recommend that most ninth graders take a study hall. There is space in your schedule for an elective if you think that that's an appropriate choice for you. And after the course matching phase is done and we build schedules, you will receive another email from the registrar, Ms. Elaine Bregman, that will ask you if you would like to take an elective and show you what elective choices are available to you. So that will be coming up in the future. If you have information about you or your student as a learner, for example, your student had a learning plan, you regularly use accommodations in some way, and that you would like the school, and you haven't already given us that information or the paperwork or the documentation or any information that you think would help us help you and your student be successful academically, please reach out to Yael Krieger, who's the Director of Teaching and Learning. Her email's there on the screen. You can send her, if you'd like to speak with her first, or send her the information and speak with her later. If you think that there's more than, if you need to talk through some of the documentation or some of the questions, she is there to help. And the sooner we get that information, the sooner we can have the right things in place for you and your students, and so that we can get things off to the correct start from the very beginning and not be behind on those important parts of students' learning. And finally, who do you ask if you have questions? Up to this point, you've always reached out to the admissions staff, who are incredibly helpful and know the school, but it's now time to wean you off the admissions staff because you've been admitted. That part's over. Now you're students. So with that, I'm going to introduce Michelle Matz, who's the Dean of the 9th and 10th grade and the co-dean of students. And she is a great first point of contact. If you don't know who to ask, she's the place you should start. So with that, Ms. Matz, I will turn it over to you.
Great. Thank you, Michael Brody. As Michael said, my name is Michelle Matz, and I am the 9th and 10th grade dean. What does that mean? Well, all you really need to know right now is that I am here to help you out. This is an incredibly exciting time. I imagine some of you are also feeling nervous, and you probably have all sorts of questions related to JCHS. And really, I'm here to answer those questions and help you out beginning today. So if questions come up over the summer, reach out to me, and I'll certainly obviously be with you next year, hopefully in person. So with that, welcome to all of you. I want to tell you a little bit about the class of 2020. class of 2025. There are 43 of you. You guys hail from 5 counties, I believe 25 middle schools, and 11 of you are siblings of current JCHS students. It was actually fun to kind of scroll through and see a lot of familiar names. You are a wonderful group filled with thinkers, creators, builders, musicians, athletes, mathletes, poets, writers, activists, filmmakers, and many of you are many of those things. We are really excited you're here, and we are excited for you to get to know one another. So to that end, we have put together a little montage of your introduction videos. I'm thrilled to present to you our newest JCHS students. Welcome, Wolves.
My name is Ava Backler, and I live in San Francisco. I attended Brandeis for elementary school and Millennium for middle school. I'm super excited to be part of the JCHS community.
Hello, my name is Menachem Juvi Neumeier. I am from Berkeley, and one thing I'm looking forward to in JCHS is meeting new people.
Hi, my name is Asher Burrell Stout, and I live in San Francisco. I'm excited to learn Hebrew at JCHS.
Hi, my name is Alex Billick. I live in San Francisco, and I'm really looking forward to learning more about history at JCHS.
Hi, I'm Ava Gutierrez. I live in San Francisco, and I'm super excited to be starting JCHS's computer program.
Hi, I'm Azal Tzionagolambik. I live in Yerushalayim, and I will be moving to Berkeley with my family for a year. I will be entering 10th grade. I look forward to meeting new people and experiencing what it is like to be in school in the U.S.
I'm Danielle Schweig, and I live in Berkeley. I'm looking forward to playing sports, especially soccer, and meeting new people at JCHS.
Hi, I'm Danielle Chan, and I live in San Pablo. I'm looking forward to more opportunities to do what I love.
I'm Jacob Abelman, and I live in New York City. I'm looking forward to all the math, science, and art classes and electives, as well as just being a part of the JCHS community.
Hi, my name is Dina Glazer. I live in San Francisco, and I'm really looking forward to meeting new people and joining the swim team at JCHS.
Hi, my name is Eitan Janselowitz. I live in Oakland, and I'm excited to play baseball at JCHS.
Hi, my name is Jonah. I live in Pacifica, and next year I'm excited to join the musical ensemble at JCHS.
Hi, I'm Eden Bearav. I live in San Francisco, and I look forward to getting involved with clubs and just meeting new people and joining the JCHS community.
Hello, I'm Emmanuel Peretz, although I go by Imani. I live in Berkeley, California, and I am excited to meet new friends next year at JCHS.
Hi, my name is Alana Manenberg, and I live in San Francisco. I'm looking forward to my classes and auditioning in the play.
My name is Elias Schuster, and I live in San Francisco. I can't wait to go to JCHS like my middle brother before me and participate in things like chess club and start a newspaper.
Hi, my name is Ellie Sheva. I'm from the Inner Richmond in San Francisco, and one thing I'm excited about for JCHS is joining the basketball team and being a part of Stage Tech.
Hi, I'm Edward Bennett. I'm incoming 10th grader at JCHS, and I am excited to join the basketball team.
Hello, my name is Jacob Goldfield, and I live in Daly City. At JCHS, I'm looking forward to making many new friends, and as well as participating in sports teams like basketball and soccer.
Hi, my name is Ella Daniel. I live in San Francisco, and I can't wait to meet new people in our community.
Hi, I'm Jade Brody, and I live in San Francisco. I am very excited to join the cross-country team and also join the chess club.
Hi, my name is Emma Kaufman-Vanek, and I live in San Francisco. I am looking forward to joining the basketball team, and I also enjoy doing theater, so I might audition for the play.
Hey JCHS, I am Jake Horowitz from Mill Valley, and something I'm looking forward to very, very much at JCHS is definitely the Jewish Studies program. I love studying this at Brandeis, and I can't wait to do it at JCHS.
Hi, my name is Emmy Davis, and I live in San Francisco. I'm really excited for the sports at JCHS.
Hi, my name is Jonah Lewis. I live in San Francisco, and I can't wait to meet new people at JCHS.
Hi, I'm John Schusterman. I'm from San Francisco, and one thing I'm excited to do at JCHS is robotics.
My name is Anastasia, though most people just call me Master. I was born in Napa, but I currently live in San Francisco. The things that I'm most excited about at JCHS are art, swim team, nature, and traveling. I'm really excited to join the JCHS community, and I hope to see you guys at school in person soon. Bye!
Hello, my name is Kira Gersley and I live in San Francisco. I'm really looking forward to academics, learning Hebrew, and theater tech at JCHS.
My name's Kaya Ballin, I live in San Francisco, and I'm really excited about doing theater at JCHS.
Hello, I'm Maya Ben-Shanan and I live in San Francisco. I am very excited about the volleyball team and I'm also thrilled about the art program.
Hello, my name is Miles Cooper. I'm from San Francisco and I can't wait to make new friends and discover new hobbies.
Hi, my name is Kenneth Schillingoff and I'm from San Francisco. I am looking forward to joining the computer club and the volleyball team and I can't wait to make new friends.
I'm Lily. I live in San Francisco and I'm excited to be a part of the JCHS community and meet all of my classmates.
Hi, I'm Leah Minkoff and I live in Oakland. I'm excited for a fun year next year.
My name is Lola Label. I live in San Francisco and I am so excited to go to JCHS and join their theater program and volleyball team.
My name is Natan Kotman and I live in San Francisco. I go to Presidio Middle School and I also play hockey. I'm looking forward to learning Hebrew and Jewish studies at JCHS.
Hi, I'm Sala and I live in San Francisco. Some of the things I'm looking forward to for JCHS is the theater program, the travel program, and meeting new guys. So I look forward to seeing you all.
Hi, my name is Violet and I live in San Francisco. I'm excited to join the yearbook club and audition for a play.
Hi, my name is Mira Cooper. I live in SF and I'm looking forward to playing volleyball, making new friends, and discovering new hobbies.
Hi, my name's Will Marks. I'm from San Francisco and I'm excited to learn without any distractions.
I'm Shoshana Castrood. I live in San Francisco. I'm looking forward to joining JCHS next year and being part of the newspaper and theater crew. Thanks.
Hello, I'm Rachel Rosenzweig. I'm from San Francisco and I am looking forward to English and theater at JCHS.
Hi everyone, my name is Nicole Peterson. I'm from San Francisco and I'm looking forward to playing in the music section.
Hi, my name is Lila Randall. I live in Oakland, California, and I'm excited for all the new experiences I'm going to have.
Hi, my name is Josh Grafanti. I live in San Francisco. I'm looking forward to joining the barbecue club. I have a passion for history, and I can't wait to be a part of the JCHS community.
Hi, my name is Sam Crane, and I live in El Cerrito. I can't wait to join the basketball, baseball, and soccer teams at JCHS.
My name is Alexandra Peraza, and I live in South San Francisco. Among many things that I want to take part in at JCHS, I'm really excited to join the girls basketball team, audition for the play, join clubs like speech and debate, and get to know my new learning community. See you soon!
So great. Thank you. It's so nice to hear from all of our incoming ninth graders as well as our new transfer students. It's wonderful to learn more about your interests. Thank you for sharing those awesome videos and for being part of our community. We can't wait to see where your JCHS journey takes you in the coming years. So now a very special announcement before we start our Q&A. We are excited to invite ninth grade students to join us at JCHS for an in-person welcome event on Sunday, June 6th. You'll be getting an invitation. Check your emails next week for more information. You will meet with us from 1 to 2:30 in the afternoon for some icebreakers and some small group campus tours. We're well aware that most of you have never been to JCHS, so we want to around. It will be a fun and festive day. This will be for students only, along with some of our professional community and hopefully some of our student ambassadors. Ninth grade parents, you will hopefully be invited to campus in August, and we'll share more on that later this summer. Transfer students, you're also invited to join us for individual tours later in the day on June 6th as well. So we'll be in touch about that. Yay, we can't wait to see you all on Ellis Street very soon. So now we're going to move on to our Q&A, and Miss Masha is monitoring the chat for your questions, so please keep those coming. And we thank you for the questions that you've already submitted on the Google form. You can send your questions in the chat to everyone, or like Miss Masha said, you can private message her, whichever works for you. So Rabbi Rubin and our team will do our best to cover as much as we can. And Rabbi Rubin, I'll turn it back over to you.
All right, great. Thanks so much. And we have logged all of your questions that have come in so far. Thank you for that. We'll focus our time tonight on those questions that apply to the greatest number of you. If we run out of time, don't worry. Run out of time, don't get to your specific question, because as we've logged the questions, if we don't get to answer your question, we will reach out to you and make sure that one of us gets you an answer to your question. And I'm going to be asking Michael and Mary Ellen and Leslie to help me answer some of the wonderful questions that you've asked. The first one is, will we be back on Ellis Street? Will things be back to normal in August? So the one thing we learned from the last 14 months is that nothing is normal anymore. And yet, with the trajectory of the pandemic and the trajectory of people getting vaccinated, pandemic going down, vaccinations going up, we do anticipate that we will be able to be in person on Ellis Street next year. All throughout this current school year and the end of last school year, we were in constant communication with the San Francisco Department of Public Health and following their directives about what is safe to be at school. And we're going to continue doing that because our highest priority is your safety and your welfare. And then learning happens once you're taken care of and you're safe. So first priority will be responding to Department of Public Health. And after that, we are anticipating that we'll be able to be nearly fully back to all of our routines. Now, some of the things that we changed for this year, like our block schedule and the days of week that we're on campus, we are reviewing right now. We just are this week conducting a survey of all students and parents in our professional community about that. And we will be adapting the coming school year based on that feedback, because we don't want to miss this opportunity to learn from all the ways in which we tried different things during the course of the last year. So I think that you can expect that in August, school will look nearly normal. And there will be things that will change because we think they're in the best interest of learning. And there'll be things that we don't have any control over because of the Department of Public Health. Question was, will clubs be in person next year? Our expectation is that we will be able to do on campus just about everything we've been able to do. There may be mask wearing, there may be social distancing, that'll be up to DPH, but the programming will be very similar. Do we think that the freshman retreat will be over Zoom or in person? We're anticipating that it will be, the ninth grade orientation will be in person. We're not sure if we'll be able to be overnight. And so just stay tuned for that. Other than the retreat, what other special, I'm just going through your questions, what other special programming will it be for new students before the start of the school year and in the coming weeks? Well, as you've just heard, we're going to be able to have you on campus. That'll give you a chance to kind of figure out how to get around the campus. It's really easy for a young mind to adapt to being on our campus. It's pretty compact and really well laid out. And so you'll experience that when you come in June. And then through the summer, we'll be giving you whatever you need to get yourselves ready for the coming school year. Questions about the transportation and lunch, those are still kind of up in the air, depending on what DPH tells us about people eating together and people being in vehicles together. So well, again, we'll be getting you that information over the course of the summer. That's all about the next year and what to anticipate. And that's the bundle of questions that came in about that. I'm going to turn now to some questions about being on campus, and specifically in being engaged in school. Michael, you already answered questions a bit about electives, but I am wondering, since you and I are both wearing checks or plaids, is there a dress code at school?
There is for Rabbi Rubin and I, but no, we don't have a dress code, but we do have dress standards, meaning that we expect students to be dressed appropriately for school and not wear clothing that in any way doesn't contribute to our inclusive and welcoming environment. And there are some areas of the school where we expect students to wear safety equipment in the labs or wear shoes or things like that. But there are no uniforms other than check shirts for me.
Right.
For me.
And Michael, once I've picked a class and I've been, a class has been identified for me to be the right match for my math skills or whatever. Once I'm in a class, can I change my classes when school starts?
So there is a drop add period at the beginning of school. It lasts for about two to 3 weeks at the beginning of school. So it is best to get things where you want them to be from the start, because once school starts, it can be hard to move around. Some classes that have multiple sections and it's very flexible, but other classes don't. And so it can be sometimes hard to move, or moving might mean making a choice, like is moving worth changing these other things around. But there is a period at the beginning of school where changes can be made.
Great. And how many years of Spanish or Hebrew will I be taking at JCHS?
So students get a choice of their world language of either Spanish or Hebrew. There are some students that take both. And just for perspective, school-wide, about half our students take Spanish and half of our students take Hebrew. So there's nothing, neither one of them is normal. They're both normal. And so the graduation requirement, the minimum is to take 2 consecutive years of a language and get to level 3 of the language, although we often recommend that students go beyond level 3.
Great, thanks. And how much homework is there at JCHS?
Well, that depends on what classes you take. The homework does increase as you move up in levels of the school. So it's one of the reasons why we recommend that students take a study hall, because it is not only does a study hall take up space in your day with another class, but it's another class that gives you homework. But you should anticipate between 20 to 30 minutes of homework per class per night. But it's important to remember that in our typical schedule, every class does not meet every day. So you don't have homework from all your classes. You never have homework from all of your classes in the same night.
Right, wonderful. I'm going to shift now to questions for, thanks, Mr. Brody. I'm going to shift now to questions for Ms. Tickton, because in addition to being a remarkable admissions director, she has also been a terrific parent of several student athletes at JCHS. So Ms. Tickton, how do you get on a sports team? And can you do drama and sports? We heard a number of our new students saying they wanted to try out for a team, and they also wanted to be in theater tech or in a theater production. Can you do both?
Thank you, great questions. So yes, my daughter Chloe played volleyball, basketball, tennis, and soccer. And my son Ethan played basketball and also was one of the co-founders of our boys volleyball team. So I'm happy to say that yes, you can do athletics and drama. Our seasons are in sync. So if a student wants to play fall volleyball and then do our winter play, that's possible, because the sections, the seasons are separate. I don't think you can do a sport and drama in the same season, but you can do one or the other. We don't have cuts at JCHS. We do have tryouts for teams that we have a varsity and a JV. So for those sports, there will be tryouts, and depending on experience and the number of students on the varsity team, it will depend on placement. Currently, our fall sports are, well, typically, I'm sorry, our fall sports are boys soccer, girls volleyball, and cross country. And our winter sports are girls basketball and boys basketball. And our spring sports are baseball, girls soccer, boys volleyball, and swimming. And then we also have many clubs, sport clubs, ultimate frisbee, rock climbing, and maybe there's a sport or a club that you're interested in starting. So
right, because that's how your son started our boys volleyball team, right? Started out as a club, and then yeah, terrific. Now you mentioned the fall sports. So if I want to join a fall sport, do I sign up now? How do I do that?
So our awesome director of athletics, Sean Moeller, who many of you have met throughout the season, will be sending information about fall sports practices and tryouts. I'm pretty sure the first date is August 9th. I'm I think it's August 9th, which is 2 weeks before school starts. Thank you. And that's when tryouts / practices will begin for our fall sports.
Great. And if I know that there's a PE requirement, I assume there's a PE requirement for graduation. How does playing on a team fulfill that?
I'm glad that you know there's a PE requirement. So yes, for 3 seasons of a team sport will fulfill the graduation requirement for PE. And if a student chooses not to participate on a team sport, there's a lot of other ways to achieve those PE credits. And there's private sport things that you can do if you do a club sport outside of school. There's classes like yoga and things that you can take that you can work with Coach Mueller to apply those PE credits.
Great. Thank you very much, Ms. Tickton. And now, Ms. Hunt, I know that Mr. Brody spoke about the fact that for the course matching assessments, there will be an email and that'll be coming out on Friday and that'll have all the information, but I just gotta know, can I use a calculator on the math course matching?
Great question. The math assessments in particular are designed so that you shouldn't need a calculator. However, we do know that some students have a calculator accommodation. So if that is the case for you, please definitely reach out to us and let us know. But hopefully what we really want to see, we want to see your thinking, we want to see your work. And so the way that these assessments are designed, we're hoping that we'll see that on the paper and you won't need a calculator.
Oh, good, because I use my calculator. I have a tape to the back of my calculator, my login credentials for my school. And so where on the website can I find like all of my assignments? Is there a place where all my school projects are listed that I can go to?
So in general, once you get the information about logging in with your JCHS email, we use a portal system. So there's a login for parents, there's a login for students. You'll be able to see all of your assignments there. You'll be able to see more information, but we're also going to orient you to, if you haven't been using it already, Google Classroom. So for these course matching assessments, those will be in Google Classroom, and it'll give you a chance to figure out how to log in and find all the information there.
Great, and so many of these new wolves are interested in theater. When do I audition to be in a play, and do I have to be in the theater class in order to be in the play?
So you don't have to be in a class in order to participate in JCHS drama. In fact, a lot of folks find ways to participate, just because they have a little bit of extra time or, and I was going to mention also, Ms. Tickton said that it's usually not possible for folks to be able to, in the same season, participate on stage and also in a sport. However, we have had people do some other stuff. Maybe it's behind the scenes, theater tech. I know a number of you are interested in theater tech. So there are lots of different ways to get engaged with the JCHS drama program. We will be having an audition, or I think they'll be holding auditions in the fall, is my understanding. So you don't have to worry about it till then. But we're also hoping to be able to introduce you to our new drama director, somebody who's just coming in, and hopefully that person will be available on June 6th so that you can get to start to know them. But yeah, any questions about that, please feel free to reach out to us.
Wonderful, thanks so much. And I see that Mr. Brody answered one of the questions that was that popped up in the chat. That's great. And so now it's kind of a round the world question for each of you. First, Ms. Hunt, then Mr. Brody, then I'll take it, and then I'll turn it over to Ms. Tickton. How do students get the most out of JCHS and thrive at JCHS? Ms. Hunt.
It's a great question. And there are so many different ways that people engage with JCHS while they're here with us. But I would say in general, just being open to experiences, being ready to try things that might be a little bit new for you. Maybe it's something that you've always thought you wanted to do and you weren't sure. This is a great time to engage with things like that. So, not a great volleyball player, but maybe I want to go out and try, the volleyball team. Or maybe I've never been on stage before. JCHS is a wonderful community in that people are incredibly supportive of each other, and they love to cheer on people trying things out and just participating as much as possible in JCHS Live.
Great, thanks so much, Ms. Hunt. Mr. Brody, how do students get the most out of JCHS and thrive there?
I would say to take advantage of getting to know your teachers. I think when students often talk about what makes JCHS unique or why they liked going to JCHS, one of the themes that always comes up is that I hear that students feel that the teachers really want them to be successful, and that it is a really cooperative, learning-centered place where the learning is what it's all about. And sometimes students are shy or don't want to go see their teachers in office hours or feel like they're going to be bothering their teachers. And the opposite is really true. And I think the sooner you get used to seeing your teachers outside of class and getting to know them as teachers and as people, I think you really unlock the biggest resource we have.
Wonderful. And I'll answer before I turn it back to Ms. Tickton about what I think has students thriving at JCHS. It is being themselves and being open to grow and become different over the time of high school, and being kind to yourself and to everybody else at the school. I think students who are able to do that, to be themselves, to be open to growing and to be kind, are the ones who really thrive at JCHS. All right, Ms. Tickton, you can take the answer last and then say farewell to people.
Thank you. I didn't know what order we were going. So some of my answers were taken, but I would agree that trying new things is really good advice. One anecdote that maybe some of you have heard me share before was that my daughter, who's an athlete, chose to skip winter basketball her senior year so she could be in the play, because she didn't want to graduate without trying that out. And she just loved the experience. It was really scary and something new for her, but JCHS is such a safe place that it's easy to do that and try new things. And my last piece of advice would be to ask for help when you need it. Such a supportive community we have, friends and teachers and parents and guardians. And so I really hope that you will feel comfortable and reach out when you need help or need support. We're all here to help one another. So we are going to close this very special welcome event, as we've done with many of our Zoom gatherings throughout the admission season, with a sprinkling of positivity in the chat. And Mr. McDonald will cue our awesome new music as we ask each of you to please share one thing you are looking forward to at JCHS after having spent some time learning more about your new high school. So please type your word and stick around to read what others are sharing. And we thank you for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you on June 6th or in August. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Looking in your eyes, I see a paradise. This world that I found is too good to be true. Standing here beside you, want so much to give you this love in my heart that I'm feeling for you. Let them say we're crazy, I don't care about that. Put your hand in my hand, baby, don't ever look back. Like the world around us just fall apart. Baby, we can make it if we're heart to heart. And we can build this thing together, standing strong forever. bad times. Whatever it takes is what I'm gonna do. Let them say we're crazy. What do they know? Put your arms around me, baby. Don't ever let go. Let the world around us just fall apart. Baby, we can make it if we're heart to heart. And we can build this thing together, standing strong forever. Nothing's gonna stop us now. And if this world runs out of lovers, we'll still have each other. Nothing's gonna stop us. Nothing's gonna stop us. All that I need is you. All that I ever need. And all that I want to do is hold you forever, forever and ever.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. Good night.
Thank you. Good night. Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Laila Tov.
Laila Tov.
Laila Tov.
She cannot be less enthused.
Cutie.
Just us.
All right. Nice work, everyone. That was adorable.
That was adorable.
Timing was
Such
perfect.
cute kids. Yeah.
They weren't filled with a lot of questions. Does that mean we've done a great job answering all their questions?